tell you, we're back here. This is the Seattle Morning Show. I'm telling you now, and I got my old folks just shaking their head back and forth. Shake their head, Grandma. I know you never heard this music before, but we're having a party today. We're celebrating life, health, and strength. All right, before we go to the 5 reasons why most hair salons never rise above the average, let's go to the phone lines. We have Tim. Tim, talk to me this morning. Welcome to the Seattle Morning Show.
Thank you. Enjoying the show.
All right, thank you. Talk to me. What's going on, Tim?
You mentioned management a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the main thing that I still have a problem with especially African-American hairstylists.
Okay. Tim, have you called me before?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I still have the problem. I have friends that are still having this problem.
Okay, talk to me.
It takes too long to get a haircut. Yeah, I mean, once you get in the chair, the stylist should complete your haircut. He should not stop to go out and look at somebody's new car, to answer his phone, or to go get a cup of coffee. I mean, it shouldn't take an hour to get a haircut.
Tim, listen, talk to me. Where are you going? Because some of the stuff that you're saying, I've never heard of before. Who's stopping in the middle of your haircut to get coffee and looking at cars and all of that?
It's happening, believe me.
Okay. All right.
And I'm amazed that you have not heard of it.
Okay. Now,
and I think this is something that you should, in your shops and in your training, I take it that you have a very forward, modern concept and educational system.
Yes.
Just from what I've heard today.
That's right.
And so possibly, you're not taking these type of students.
Okay.
But it's a lot of the people that have gotten through, a lot of the old heads, you might say, that are still carrying on that way.
Mm. Now, are you going to barbershops in the Washington metropolitan area, Tim?
I travel a lot.
Okay.
I'm in New York. I mean, I go to barbershops all over the place.
Okay. And all the African-American barbershops you have a problem with?
I wouldn't say all.
Okay.
But there's still a lot.
Okay.
And if you go to a white barber, or a stylist, usually you make an appointment, you go in, and, you get the wash. And if they're running behind, at least, you get the shampoo, get in the chair, and you get a cut, and that's it.
Okay.
It's not this break. It's not all of this talk.
Okay.
But I still find that in a lot of, and I still have friends that are complaining about this too.
I understand. Okay, so let me ask you this: where are you from, Tim?
Why does that matter?
No, I just want to know.
I'm actually from the Caribbean.
From the Caribbean, okay.
But I've lived all over the world.
I understand. Okay. All right. Very good, Tim. Well, one of the things that we want you to continue to listen, we have had recently a series of barber conversations where we have master barbers on the show, as well as barbers that have called in, and we have discussed this. This is something that we are constantly working on, not only in the African American community, but in all communities, making sure that we put our customers first and we give that proper time and attention to customers. So
you just said that a moment ago, that customers should be first.
Exactly. So I'm going to continue to do that, and I want you to continue to listen, Tim, and you have an awesome day, okay?
Do the same.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Now, again, now I don't know. You just heard what Tim said. Now, he said that in most of the African American barbershops you go to, they're stopping to go look at new cars and go get coffee, something to eat, things of that nature. I have a lot of barbers who are listening today, and I mentioned to my barber students, you got to pay attention to when these clients call in and the things that they say. Now, he said that he doesn't have this problem in the white salons and barbershops, but he have them in the black one. I'm gonna leave that alone. Now, if you call in with your comment, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna move forward here in the name of the Lord. Hallelujah. All right, everybody. So listen, the 5 reasons why most hair salons never rise above the average. Number 1 is education. That's something that Mushala said was education. What we have to remember is we are not only a barber or a stylist, but also it's about business. We are now a business owner. So we must educate ourselves. We got to read books. We have to attend courses. Please do not feel that once you get your license that it stops there. And I'm going to tell you something, Tim, and I'm really kind of glad that you said that, because in my barber salon, I have 10 chairs, and out of the 10 chairs, we have only 5 people taking the advanced cutting classes to really perfect doing straight hair. I got a problem with that. But because they're booth friends, I'm not going to make and beg people. I can bring you to the water, but I can't make you drink. If you want to take your career to the next level, and if you want to be above average, you have to go beyond the call of duty. And I'm not just talking to barbers and hairstylists. I'm talking to all of my professional listeners that are listening to me now, that you're complaining about you're doing the same old thing on your job and you're getting the same kind of money. My question to you is, what kind of education do you have? Are you equipping yourself? I said to myself, not only, I have a bachelor's degree from Morehouse College, I have a master's degree from Howard University in education administration, but I'm going to go on and get my doctorate, because my master's degree, I obtained that in 1996. That's been 15, 16 years ago. So, and I'm sure new things have came about since 15, 16 years ago in the field, in the realm of education. So I think that's important, that for those of you who feel that you're stagnated in your position, think about going back to school. There's nothing wrong with a double master's. And now what's important is there's so many universities that are doing things online that you can get a great education. And speaking of that, a shout out to my sister, Rhonda Banks, 50-year-old, going to the University of Maryland College Park with her 50-year-old grandma self at the University of College Park. She up there, she done took her hair, got old bush, and she right along with the other college students. All right, Rhonda Banks, God bless you, baby. The next thing in reference to the reasons why most hair salons never rise above the average is structure. You got to set goals. You got to create a plan. You have to have some kind of structure in place. Please do not think because you are a great hair cutter that you can open up a hair cuttery and do not have any kind of structure. You can't have people doing anything in your business. There shouldn't be people coming in the door selling CDs and pocketbooks and pantyhose and earrings and all of that. Every time you turn around, you trying to get a great haircut, and all of a sudden here they come now with sweat socks, and here they come now with boxers, and Lord, where in the world did they come from with the Tide and the Colgate and all of that stuff? Lord have mercy, you can get anything and everything in a beauty salon and a barbershop. Those days are over. I have a okay, I'm not going to preach today. I have a no soliciting sign when you come into the doors, or before you even get to the door. There's signs posted all around my places of business to let them know that we are not going to have that. It reminds me of the movie Beauty Shop, when the comedian came in selling those fish dinners, and she said, what did she say? She said, something about something bread, eat, or something like that. Monkey bread, eat. So what I'm telling you is, please, everybody, don't, if you are a business owner, certain things you can't have. Now I've got a lot of crap from people because I have a fruit guy that come by at the school on Saturdays, and he sells his fruit. And at first we told him no, and then the students begged us. They said, they need a little energy, they need some sugar in their system, so we allow the fruit man to come in there, but that's the only person. But all these other people coming in selling stuff, no. You must have structure in your place of business. The next thing is the reason why most hair salons never rise above the average is staff problems. That's something that Mushala also talked about being able to make sure that you create an atmosphere where your staff is being taken care of and you're able to address those issues. One of the worst things we hate going into the beauty establishments is you not talking to the girl down at the other end of the room, or the guy not talking to the guy next to them, and they're doing all these innuendos and talking around each other and all of that. It create a hostile environment. You definitely don't want that to happen. The next thing is planning. Very important. Fail to plan, plan to fail. Let me say that again. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Everyone, you must have a blueprint. You must have a guide. You cannot go into any kind of business venture and you don't have a plan. It's not going to work. You can't just go in there because you have a talent. You have to have that plan. How are you going to see things through? So if you fail to plan, you're going to plan to fail. And the final one is the owner as a stylist. Some of y'all not going to like this. And I only have 1 minute before we go back to a commercial. You know, we got to pay bills. But some of y'all not going to like this. But as an owner, it is very difficult to also be a stylist, because it is how can you be able to really take that business to the next level when you're behind the chair all day. You know, I have a salon where with all of my salons, the managers are also stylists. And that's one of the reasons why we incorporated receptionists and administrators there, so they can assist them, because somebody needs attention all the time. And how can you give it to them if you're behind the chair on a client? All right, everybody, that was my 5 reasons why most hair salons never rise above the average. We got to go back to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the importance of managers needing a mentor. This is 1450 AM WOL, where information is power. We'll be back after these messages.